Hi guys, Jilson Day here at Chronostoria. Today we're going to be talking about the top 5 sectors to invest in for massive growth from 2022 to 2030. These are sectors that you, investing in the United States, can easily exploit and position a portfolio around to generate above average market returns, alpha, in your portfolio. It's a really easy way to invest, just finding sectors and kind of sticking a portfolio to be along for the ride. So, anyway, here's the top 5 sectors to invest in. So, let's get started. So, yeah, so why sector research is important? Sector research is going to be the overall macroeconomic potential for you to position a portfolio long before it explodes. And the best thing is, if you buy an ETF, for example, that follows a sector and you know the sector is going to explode, you know you're going to make money, right? It's just you spread out the investment across 100, 200 stocks that are focused around like the wind sector, for example, which is one of the ones we'll talk about. You know you're going to make money because it's an ETF. All right, so the first one, cargo tanker ship retrofits and scrapping. A lot of people don't know about this, but the world is powered by shipping. Uh, Supply chains, everything is run over cargo tanker ships. Uh, and so because of this, it's becoming people are kicking the can down the road on ship retrofits and scrapping. The reason why is because the world is being polluted very fast. Um, and a lot of it comes from shipping. I think it's like 3 or 4% of just the world's emissions alone come from tanker cargo shipping, which is huge. So what everyone's trying to do is they're trying to create two things. They're trying to retrofit ships to be lighter and more fuel efficient, and then more importantly, this is going to be the big kicker here. Everyone's trying to go to a carbon-free fuel, right? So much so that I think the EU and like by 2025 wants to have everybody their sulfur content has to be down by 30%, which is unheard of. That means all these ships are going to have to be retrofitted, and supply chain can't stop. People who buy Amazon products, they have to get their goods. Uh, it's not going to stop. The retrofits have to happen, right? So there's a sector here. There's a potential for an investment for an entire portfolio in cargo tanker ships retrofit and scrapping, right? It's going to be huge. You're going to see companies disappearing overnight. I did a report recently on EGLE. It's Eagle Bulk Shipping, and I think we issued a short to them. I can't remember, but just for this reason, they're going to have to retrofit all their ships, and instead of retrofitting it, they're just going to scrap them, right? And yeah, you when you scrap a ship, you're going to notice an increase in stock price because it's a liquid asset now. But generally speaking, uh, it's a bad idea to liquidate your investment vehicle. Um, and that's what's happening to these firms. The shipping sector as a whole is doing a complete 180 in the next 5 6 years. And if you're smart, you could position investment to be along the red. Second one, wind energy generation in North America. So starting under the Obama administration in the mid 2010s, North America has been trying to become uh, energy efficient. And when I say Obama administration, that's not all North America. Trudeau has been trying to become energy efficient as well out in Canada. Um, the major issue is cobalt production, cobalt mining and production, going into superconductors, which is powering these giant wind farms. Uh, it's for the longest time, it's becoming very, very. There's a lot of supply chain issues because majority of cobalt comes out of Eastern Bloc countries and China, mainly due to hazards required in mining it. But what's crazy is in 2019, the U.S. became, for the first time in its history, energy producing, not energy consuming. It produced more energy due to the global fracking craze and wind generation, uh, uh, shale fracking craze. Um, that for the first time it produced more energy than it consumed. We started exporting energy. So this is crazy. So as we see here, um, in Wind Vision, which is a pretty cool visualization program, it's you see wind in North America is going to explode. Anything along this supply chain, so like wind blades, construction businesses, cobalt, anything is going to profit. You can position an entire portfolio just to take advantage of this. And as we can see, this is in 2020, but by 2030, it's exploding. It's going everywhere. You can't any. This is the beauty of sector investing. Any type of major investment is just going to explode. So yeah, e-commerce is the next one. This is pretty obvious. These other ones are pretty obvious, but you still have to talk about it. E-commerce is only going to continue growing. The reason why is because as it becomes more and more efficient to move goods in bulk shipping, e-commerce is going to have more and more profit. Thus, companies' P to E is going to be increasing. The entire sector is going to grow just the tech sector in general is a good idea, but e-commerce as a subsection of that is a great investment. Amazon's a prime one. As we can see, this graph on Amazon is huge. 10 years ago, Amazon was worth like $400 a share, right? And yeah, now it's huge. It's almost $4,000 a share. That's 10x in 10 years. Um, Try to get that anywhere else. So cybersecurity is the next one. Uh, Cybersecurity is going to be massive. Right now, there's a couple big companies such as Blackberry that are doing like an Internet of Things, IoT. They're trying to provide cybersecurity for everything connected on the internet, which going forward is going to be everything. So that's a big kicker as well. Everyone has to have their cybersecurity, and it's going to be difficult because there's like a bunch of companies all competing for the same thing. But with a little bit of due diligence, time, and research, you can be able to pick through them to find some good ones. I hold a position in BlackBerry. I like it mainly because it has the retail trader sentiment, and on top of that, it also has some solid fundamentals and patents that can be sold to increase liquidity, uh, uh, capital. So yeah, the last one is going to be electric vehicles and batteries. Now the kick here is the batteries. Everyone knows electric vehicles are the future, right? I mean, like it goes without saying. Tesla. You see Teslas everywhere now. But there's going to be a million and one competitors to Tesla, and in reality, Tesla isn't anything unique. Their battery technology was ahead of its time, 5, 6 years ago. Now all car companies have just about caught up. Like I said, the kicker here is battery technology. In particular, a subsection of that is going to be thermal loads, thermal reducing battery section of battery sector. One company that we did was Aspen Aerogels, ASPN. Oh, this is blank right here. This is a charging station, which is pretty cool. Aspen Aerogels. They provide thermal reduction for like the shuttle launch program going up into space to kind of protect the astronauts from essentially the crazy fluctuations in space temperature between like negative 50 degrees and 2,000 degrees. Not really. It's like 800. So they do it by making this aerogel foam that's incredibly well insulating. Well, they branched off into the EV sector and they've exploded since then. This article is up on the site. Aspen Stock Analysis, a sleeping giant in the EV market. When we wrote about it, I think Aspen was at like $38 a share or something. And we were like, oh, this thing's only going to go up. And I think now it's at like 55 or 60. So, and that's like in a matter of like a month and a half. And it's not like one of those penny stocks either. This was just a good company with solid fundamentals and solid executive leadership on its head. So yeah, those are the top 5 sectors that going forward 2022 to 2030 are going to explode. Uh, as usual, we run a newsletter on the site, so you feel free to sign up for it to remain up to date. We help everyone generate alpha within their portfolios that's above average market return, while also managing risk. We do this by by publishing independent research articles, investment methodologies, and tips and tricks of the trade, so that everybody can be up to date. And not everybody is just going to buy and sell. There are the million and one ways to do it. Anyways, so until next time, this is Chills and Day, and I wish you the best of luck in your investing journey. And Chills and Day out.